Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Spencer from Michigan Living. All right, three major firms, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, will strip nearly 70% of medical debts, paid and unpaid, from credit reports starting this summer. What exactly is that going to mean to you? Let's talk about that in a second. Hey everybody, how you doing? Seems like the credit bureaus are going to be pulling that information and stuff like that this summer. So it's going to be starting to affect people's credit ratings, et cetera, and so on. So let's talk about what's going on, shall we? All right. The credit reporting firms are going to strip billions of medical debts from consumer records. That's cool, potentially. Consumers will soon see medical debts pulled from their credit reports in a move that will make it easier for people to apply for loans and apartments while raising the risks to banks of losses. Three major firms, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, will strip nearly 70% of medical debts, paid and unpaid, from credit reports starting this summer. Medical collections debts often arise from unforeseen medical circumstances. These changes are another step we're taking together to help people across the United States focus on their financial and personal well-being, the company's leaders said in a joint statement Friday. Well, we can only hope that it will make things better. But yes, it will make the banks a little bit more leery about it because, they usually utilize even medical stuff, debts, etc., in order to be able to see and gauge how willing people are to be able to pay off their debts. That's why they use it. The companies which maintain reports on more than 200 million people will remove the debts that were paid after being sent to collections accounts starting in July. Even paid medical debts can stay on a credit report for up to 7 years or longer, hindering a person's ability to take out loans and get housing. I've known and seen where, they're only supposed to be on the credit report for 7 years. But what some companies have done is that they sell off the debt to others, and then they claim that from the new company as a new debt. So then it stays on for even longer. So I've heard. It's going to be interesting. New debts will not be reflected in credit reports for a year after being sent to collections, while smaller unpaid debts that are less than $500 will be removed in the first half of the next year. Well, that could be nice. The public owns a massive amount of medical debt, despite having insurance coverage. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which supervises banks, lenders, and credit reporting firms, determined that 43 million credit reports hold a total of about $88 billion in medical debt. Whoa, that's a lot. When it comes to medical bills, Americans are often caught in a doom loop between their medical provider and insurance company, said CFPB Director Rohit Chopra. Our credit reporting system is too often used as a tool to coerce and extort patients into paying medical bills they may not even owe. The threat of being saddled with crippling medical bills is loomed large over the course of the pandemic, during which people have been much more vulnerable to contracting a serious infection. The three major credit report companies are also likely to acting to try and stave off regulation, that's what I've been waiting for, from the CFPB, which has said it will take a larger role in holding credit reporting firms accountable for imposing erroneous medical debt, such as surprise medical bills, which are now outlawed per the No Surprise Act, enacted in January. The agency is also conducting investigations into the company's handling of consumer disputes about credit reporting errors. Many consumer advocates say that medical debt should be treated differently from other forms of debt because people do not choose to take it on. Removing the reporting of medical debt, however, raises the risk that banks take on when granting loans to people, possibly setting up for money losses and defaults. So yes, it's going to happen. But yeah, the banks and stuff are, leery of it because of that reason. Because there's, a lot of people sometimes where just rake up the medical bills and hospitals of this, that, whatever, with no intent to ever pay any of it. So, the banks and so would like to be able to know that information so they can be able to try and be able to figure out, the person's personality. And whether or not, of course, they're going to be serious about trying to be able to have a debt and then willing to pay it off. So this is going to be interesting. And so there's going to be more to this, I'm sure, as as months come by. But try and talk to your loan officer to see if there's going to be much of an issue, especially if you're being saddled with medical debt right now and it's causing you an issue for possibly getting loans, etc. Now's the time to be able to talk to a good, reputable company and so that for being able to talk about stuff like that. All right, that's me. If you have any comments, questions, or whatever, please put them in the information so that comment section below. If you could, please do me a favor and please subscribe, share the video, let people know that there's some here and that there's some working for you. Let me know what you think. All right, thank you for doing everything, and I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.